Hello everyone, I hope you all are well. In this video, we are going to start our new chapter which is Light, Shadow and Reflections. Let's get start our chapter. What we will learn in this chapter? First of all, we will discuss about the introduction of light and sources of light, transparent, translucent and opaque object, rectilinear propagation of light, pinhole camera, about shadows and reflection of light. These are the few topics which we will cover in this chapter. So, what is light? As you know, light is a form of energy and light is essential to us for our day-to-day routine. We see the things around us because of light. We need light to read, play, jump, swim, etc. In fact, almost for everything we need light except when we sleep. Things that are not visible in dark become visible because of light. Light, like air and water, is essential for life of human beings, animals and plants. Oxygen is in air which is essential for us to live. Is produced by the plants in the presence of light only. So light is a energy and light energy can also be converted into other form. The next topic is sources of light. Sources of light. An object which give us light is called as source of light. Various sources of light can be grouped into two main categories. One is natural source of light and another one is man-made or artificial source of light. In natural source of light, those sources of light which occur in nature, all are called as natural source of light. For example, sun, candle, firewoods or fireflies, also called as jugnu, are the examples of natural source of light. Then artificial source of lights are those source of light which have been made by man, are called artificial or man-made source of light. Examples are candles, lamps, glass lamps, electric lamps. These are the few examples of artificial source of light. The basis of this also, we can divide the sources into two categories: luminous source and non-luminous source. The luminous objects which emit light on its own are called as luminous object or luminous source. For example, sun, electric bulb, fireflies. These all are the examples of luminous source or luminous objects. And about non-luminous source, the objects that do not emit light of their own are called as non-luminous objects and source. For example, moon, planets, table, stone, these all things are not able to produce light by own. That's why they are come in a category of non-luminous source and objects. Now move to the different types of object. On the basis, we can categorize the object into three categories: transparent, translucent and opaque. Let's get started to discuss one by one. These three categories are based on amount of light passing through the material. In case of opaque object, these objects do not allow light to pass through them. We cannot see through these objects. Example of the opaque objects are wall, door, trees are the best example of opaque object. Because light is not passed through the opaque object, that's why we are not able to see the thing behind it. Okay. Now next one is translucent. These objects allow light to pass through them but partially. It means very little amount of light is passed through the translucent objects. We can see through this object a little but not clearly. Examples of the translucent objects are butter paper, thin plastic sheets. These are the examples of translucent objects. Now come to the transparent objects. Transparent objects which allow light to pass through them are called as transparent object. So completely light is passed through the transparent object. So we can easily see clearly to the transparent objects. For example of these objects are water, air, clean glass are the example of transparent objects. This is the examples of opaque, translucent and transparent object. A door is opaque as we can not see what is behind it. Shoes see through a translucent butter paper are partially visible. Shoes lie inside a transparent bucket are clearly visible. Here also you can see the examples, and I am showing the few more examples of these transparent, translucent and opaque objects. Now move to the next topic, which is rectilinear propagation of light. The rectilinear propagation of light means light travel in a straight line. You must have seen the rays of a sun coming out in straight line. When a sun goes behind a cloud, observe the beam of light rays coming in front of slit in a window of your room. Because of dust particles in the air that receive this light, it can be seen that the rays of light entering the room travels in a straight lines. You may have also seen the rays of light from the projector in a cinema hall traveling in a straight line. To understand the propagation of light, let's just perform one little experiment. Just take 3 cardboards of a same size, label A, B and C. Make a small hole in the center of cardboard. Arrange all these 3 cardboards so that their holes are in a straight line. Place a light candle near a hole of cardboard A, as you see in a figure. Now, observe the flame of a candle through holes in a cardboard from the opposite side. Now, shift one of the cardboard, say cardboard B, slightly and observe the flame of candle again. You observe that candle flame is in a straight line at the same height. So with this activity we can understood that the light can travel in a straight line only. This is also the figure of the activity which we discussed. Do one more activity. So take candle and one matchbox and hollow rubber tube. Fix the candle on table over one side and take a hollow rubber. Stretch it straight and look through it at the flame of a candle with a one eye. Now bend the other hollow tube in a middle and look through it at the flame of a candle again. You will observe that you cannot see the candle flame by bending the hollow rubber tube, but it can be seen by a straight hollow rubber tube. So this activity also proves that light travels in a straight line. So these two activities I think you understand very well. Now we will talk about the rays or a beam of light. The path along which light energy travels is called as ray, or a straight path along which light travels is called as ray of light, and it is represented by a straight line with an arrow to show its direction of motion. Now about beam of light. A beam of light is bundle of light rays. A group of light rays given out from a source is called as beam of light. So beam of light, you can see in this diagram, you can see the parallel beams are may represent like this. And there is a two kinds of beam. One is a converging beams and another one is a diverging beams. We can represent the converging beams with like this diagram, and diverging beam like this. I hope you understand the topics clearly. So this is the first part of this chapter. So thank you.